Odeya, Odeya. Itkuli Sharei Tzedek. Ha'edek nohen limvot afar ve'ole ahava bishvil le'ava v'ha'ek otzemet imbalim melamed meshech hasalim. I think we're going to have to think of another song to welcome in the Sabbath at our early services, especially when it is very chilly and a wintry sort of day around Northwood, Crotchley Green and the current environs. We're very fortunate to have in the sanctuary this evening Leora Goldstein, and also, you can change the camera, Ollie Hirschhorn as well. Rabbi Leah is having a well-deserved break. This has been a very full-on week for the rabbis. Rabbi Leah, well, I think we've got deep pride in her for all the work that she has done at the World Zionist Congress this week. When I say at, she did it from her bedroom. But you have to imagine that if it wasn't COVID time, she would have been sat in Knesset this week, representing progressive Judaism around the world. This week there was a particular struggle. It meant that a 4 o'clock end yesterday, which would have been 4 p.m., was actually 4 a.m. So we're delighted that Rabbi Leah gave us the power to be able to work the cameras and everything tonight. We hope that everything goes okay. If not, please forgive us a little bit. So for Rabbi Leah, for myself, because it was rather a busy week, and possibly for all of us, because even if it wasn't hugely busy, we've had enough on our plate to deal with. The Sabbath has descended to enfold us in its mantle of peace. It brings to us the precious gift of time to embrace together family and friends, to reflect more deeply on the meaning and purpose of our lives, and to worship in the beauty of holiness. May our Sabbaths always be sanctuaries of love and devotion, bringing contentment to our hearts, happiness to our homes, and blessing to our people. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shalom Aleichem.
with the feeling of the angels around us. We come in to greet each other, to greet the Sabbath ride. May it be as if we are literally in each other's presence. We certainly feel that way, and thank you for all of your messages to welcome in the Sabbath with us. It literally feels like we are with you. So please be with us too and send your messages in to keep on communicating with each other. We welcome in especially the Nash family who are celebrating Ben's bar mitzvah tomorrow, and all of the extended family. Tonight is just one of peace and tranquility. Time to be together, to welcome each other, and to sing as one. Lecha dodi lekrat ka'ala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat ka'ala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Shamo v'zacho b'dibor echad ishmi'anu el cham yuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litidla. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha ki mekor beracha merosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machashvat tfilah. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Hitora ori kiva oreh kumi ori shedaberi. Kevod Adonai Adonai yitlikla. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Bo'oi v'shalom ha'ateret ba'ala gam b'simcha u'b'tola toch emune aham segula. Bo'oi chala Lecha מזמור ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. It is good to give thanks to the Eternal One, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High. Would you please rise?
Baruch hu et Adonai ha-mevorach. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach leolam vaed.
Praise the one to whom our praise is due.
We praise the Eternal One, to whom our praise is due forever.
Please be seated. And having been virtually in Jerusalem all week, we now turn to the Jerusalem-based poet Alden Solovey for a beautiful meditation at night. God, thank you for the gift of this day, the one ending and the one about to begin. Help me to see the moments and the hours, those I spent and those to come, as blessings, as teachers. Guide me to service for your name's sake. Grant me comfort and rest, so that I may return to the new day with a sense of joy, hope and peace. Then, God of old, I will become a source of love, a beacon of wonder, awe and grace. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael. Please rise. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol ma'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi matzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ugshautam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvish arecha. Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kadoshim lelohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. Please be seated. Oh, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai. Oh, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh nora tekilot osef ele nora tekilot osef ele ozi v'zimrat yah v'elili lishua ozi v'zimrat yah v'yahili lishua ozi v'zimrat yah v'yahili lishua ozi v'zimrat yah v'yahili lishua Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam ne'emar, Ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, uga'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu We praise you, O God. May your sheltering peace descend on us and all who dwell on earth. Do you please rise? Da 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 da. read together. We praise you, Eternal One, our God, and God of our ancestors, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah. Great and mighty, awesome, and exalted God, you deal kindly with us and embrace us all. You remember the faithfulness of our ancestors, and in love bring redemption to their children's children for the sake of your name. You are our sovereign and helper, our redeemer and shield. We praise you, O God, shield of Abraham and protector of Sarah. We continue. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, machaye meitim ata rab lachoshia, mashiv haruach o morid hageshem, mazriach hashemesh u morid hatal, machalkel chaim b'chesed, machaye meitim barachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umakayem emunato leshene afar. Mi chamocha ba'al gevurot, umi domelach, melech memit u'machaye, u'matzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lahachayot meitim, baruch ata Adonai, machaye hametim. Kadosh ata v'nora shemecha, ve'ein lanu Eloah mi baladecha, baruch ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'dorotam. Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat vayinafash. Shabbat, Shabbat vayinafash. Let us read together. Our God and God of our ancestors, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. In your gracious love, Eternal One, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts, and may all Israel who hallow your name be exalted by its peace. We praise you, Eternal One, for the holiness of the Sabbath. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amacha Yisrael, u'tefilatam ba'ahavat kabel, Ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch ata Adonai, she'otecha levadecha, b'yira na'avod. And together, Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, le'olam va'ed. Tzor chayenu magen ishenu, ata hu ledor v'ador. Nodeh lecha u'nesapeh tekilatecha. Al chayenu hamasarim biadecha. Va'al nishmotenu habakodot lach. Va'al nisecha shebechol yom imanu. ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך הדור, לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך הדור, לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, עושה השלום. Let us pause for a few moments for our own thoughts. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, O God, our rock and our Redeemer. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'im kol bnei Adam. It really is incredible for us to join in with all of you such a service. To recognize that we are gathering across the globe, gathering to appreciate the peace of this Sabbath, gathering to appreciate the uniqueness of the Sabbath day. This Shabbat, as we read the Sidra, the portion of Noach, we think in particular of the fragility of the world around us. The covenant God made with Noah is not, we now realize, an unconditional promise. Human beings have their part to play. Not only may they have to sow in tears that they may reap in joy, but they must exercise restraint and live in harmony with nature, so as to conserve its bounty and variety for future generations, that they too may reap in joy. And so as we celebrate the covenant that God made with humanity through Noah, we perhaps might consider this Shabbat one way that we may, we know that we should have done better. We could have conserved more. We could have done things slightly differently. Well, perhaps this Shabbat, may we resolve to play our part so that into the future our generations can reap in joy. This Shabbat I am reaping in joy. Occasionally, if I sang a bum note, it wasn't just because I sang a bum note, it was because I was smiling in joy. Because when I looked across and you sing with your daughter, when you look across and you see a young man in our community choosing to be here tonight to play piano for us, and I hope you've seen the comments from everybody, Ollie, to see know the appreciation that people have for you being here tonight, then I can't help but chuckle. And so perhaps a bum note comes out. But I hope you'll forgive me for that. I hope you'll have smiles on your faces this evening as we appreciate different generations coming together literally in harmony. Now we move to remembering our generations. And so would you please rise? עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, אשר שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו וגר עלינו להמליך מלכותו. On this day, let us dedicate ourselves anew to the task that our ancestors tried in all their higher moments to fulfill, to bring nearer a time when all your children will understand that they are brothers and sisters, so that one in spirit and fellowship, they may be forever united before you. Then shall your sovereignty be established on earth, and the word of your prophet shall be fulfilled. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. We remember those who died in recent days, and those who died at this time of the year in years gone by. Betty Herman, the mother of Stephen, and grandmother of Ed and Jess. Franta Lowy, the father of Claire and grandfather of Simon, Adam, and Tom. Leah Fresco Baz, the grandmother of Doffy Aarons. Lillian Cooper, the mother of Adele Slifkin. Michelle Beeling, the sister of Linda Lassman. Morris Angel, the father of Carol Jordan. Pat Davis, the wife of Simon and mother of Belinda Rose. Rose Lowy Konigsberg, the mother of Mimi, grandmother of Jenny and Sarah. Rosemary White, the friends of Sharon Goldstein and many of ours. Susan Bidgham, the wife of George, mother of Russell and Mark. Yetta Marks, the mother of Tony Harris. And Zelma Bloomberg, the friend of John and Carol Kettle. And we're saddened by the recent deaths of Irving Wolfe, the husband of Myrna, the father of Jason and Paula. Ada Siskin, the aunt of Cheryl Lee Saville. And Betty Davis, the mother of Peter, Linda, Nicola, and James. And I smile because a friend to so many within our congregation. Zecher Tzadikim Livracha, may all that was dear and good in their lives endure always as a blessing and as a continual influence for good. As we read together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mavarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Vitada, vitale, vitalal, shemei de kudisha, brihu. Le'ela minko birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da amiran ba'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Israel. V'imru. Amen. Osei shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Israel, ve'al kol b'nei Adam, ve'imru. Amen. Please be seated. On this Shabbat, when we will also be celebrating, as I mentioned earlier, the bar mitzvah of Ben Nash, and Mazel Tov to all of his family. And please do join us in Kiddush so we can wish you Mazel Tov as well. I also think of the older sister, Rachel, who was with us in the Czech Republic a number of years ago, just as Leora and Ollie were there. This weekend, I think, was the weekend that we were due to be over in the Czech Republic with this year's Kabbalat Torah class. I sincerely hope that we'll be able to maybe double up next year and have 2 classes go across and be in Kolin. I've been messaging this week with our friends in Kolin, and I know that Cynthia Grapkin has been messaging with friends in Spiškenov. Our links with the Czech Republic remain so solid within our congregation. And also now joined by those from the Ukrainian communities of Lviv and Lutsk who join us as well each Shabbat, just as we joined them. May this be a Shabbat of peace for them, for us. May it be uplifting for us all, as we hope and pray that peace will come over all of us, if not now, then into the future. Ojevo shalom aleinu, Ojevo shalom aleinu, Ojevo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Ojevo shalom aleinu, Ojevo shalom aleinu, Ojevo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam. Salam Ojivo Shalom Aleinu, Ojivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Ojivo Shalom Aleinu, Ojivo Shalom Aleinu, Ojivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. May peace come upon all of us. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. It kuli Sharei Tzedek Avobam Odeya Bikuli Sharei Tzedek Avobam Odeya Odeya